I am originally from Tonga, from an island called Ha'apai, and I consider myself a Hawaiian artist, not a Tongan. I don't know, I just love to carve wood, especially with traditional things. Sometimes I had to go to a research on things like that before I do a project. Many of my work is displayed at PCC, and I'm so happy for that because they're right there. I can see it. It's not disappear, go somewhere else. What we do, we contribute to the successful of PCC in a way. So we make beautiful stuff worth looking at. It's really nice for people to look at them, and they will remember a lot of those beautiful things. That's where I learned to carve anyway. PCC is the one that made me of what I am today in my work, in my carving and stuff. If there was no Polynesian Cultural Center, I don't think I would be around here. I'll be dead already in Tonga, probably drowned in the ocean or whatever. When I first came here to Hawaii, they took us around to see the island. And the second week we went up to Ala Moana Center. Ala Moana was just opened up in the 60s. So we went out there, went upstairs, and in front of a long drugstore there was these two tikis. It's the first time I see tiki. And the two Hawaiian tikis were outside. And somehow it really attracted to my attention. I really like it. I went up there and played around with it, and I told myself, one day I'm going to carve you, that I'm going to do this kind of stuff. So when I at work here, my job was to patch out concrete, crush rocks, and run all our heavy equipment. And in between, when we pour cement, in between loading up the harbor, we wait for the truck to come. I take a piece of wood with a knife and I start cutting into the wood, thinking of those two tikis in the thing. See, it didn't come out and look like it, but I was start playing around with the idea that I'm going to carve. But slowly I learned to carve. That was 1960. By the time we built the Polynesian Cultural Center, I learned enough to carve those Hawaiian tikis, and I did those tikis for the first 5 entrance place to PCC, the first one. I did a big sign for it. Never forget, this guy from the military came and asked me to do a couple of tikis for him for the beginning of his stairway. So I made 2 tikis for him. They were 4 footers. And the guy paid me $200 for the 2 tikis. And let me tell you, that was the biggest money, my first biggest money that I ever earned in my life. And I told myself, wow, this thing looks good, man. It's money. So it helps, encourages me to keep on going with it. So I didn't do anything else but tikis until a few years ago I decided that there's more than just tikis. So I started to do canoes, poles, and all kinds of stuff. I started to do just about everything. So I'm glad I did. So more I do it, more I perfect myself. So to the point where I can do anything. I can carve anything. So that's how I went to Tonga and to the big canoe for the country, the 100-footer, because I was up to the point where I did my research, I did my part and carve a few models and to perfect what I read and stuff, and finally to the point where I told myself I can do it. So I went to Tonga and did the big canoe. Oh, and then of course I did Yosepa too. I do everything else, but I like my Hawaiian stuff more than all the rest. So, the thing with me, I'm always allowed to help other people. Like people come and ask me, a lady came here last week, Friday. He says, Tuione, Hawaiian lady, I really need a boy port. I'm teaching a program. I need a boy port to do my stuff, pound my point. And that was Friday morning. And I said, when do you need it? I said, I need it tomorrow morning. And I said, well, I guess I have to stop what I'm doing and do your bowl. So I made it. I made her a bowl, and I was just finished. I said, come back at 6 o'clock and pick it up today. He came. I was just finished sending it, and she was happy. And those kind of stuff, I like that, because you use your talents to bless others. You make people happy. One thing with me too, that when I work here at home, when my friend comes or when somebody comes, I stop. I hate it to stop working, but I learned a few years ago that there's a saying, people count, things don't. When people come, I must be important to them for them to come and visit me. So when they come, make sure you make them feel important, that they count. So I am doing that. Some of them stay too long, and I kind of move around, indicating to them that they should go so I can do my work. But I won't tell them. Some Tongan guys, I can tell them. They say, hey, you guys, go do something so I can do my work. They know that kind of stuff. But people comes and I have to give them all my attention, so, which is good. It's good to like what you're doing, love what you're doing, because you have something you're looking forward to. When I go sleep at night, can hardly wait for keep waking up, see if the daylight starts showing, then you get up and get ready to come out and unless your wife has something else to do for you to do, and you have to take care of that first.